In this video, I'll share a technique with you that when you use it will make you feel like you're cheating. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've spent years studying human behavior and the psychology of women. I can confidently tell you that one of the easiest ways I found to attract women is the one I'm going to talk to you about today. When I started talking to girls a lot over time, I found myself discussing relationships and dating with them all the time. I did this for two reasons. First, because the topic really interests me, obviously. And second, because girls love talking about it, which makes conversations easy and fun. And here, I want to pause and emphasize this point. There's something I discovered by chance. Girls love talking about relationships, a lot. Let me go a bit off topic here, but I want to share a secret about girls. When a girl grows up and matures, she develops a main goal: to find the right partner. Although this goal may not seem as important in today's world, it's a natural instinct deeply rooted within her and will always stay with her. The bigger goal in her life is to find a suitable man to build a family with, and this is part of her inner awareness. So, what happens as she matures? Thoughts about relationships become a big focus in her mind. And when she's with her friends, she starts talking about it. By the way, if you didn't know, when girls gather, relationships are one of the main topics they discuss, if not the main topic. From this, we can conclude that a girl is someone who loves talking about relationships and has a lot of information and opinions on the subject. This is natural since, from the time she became aware of herself, she's been discussing it with her friends, which means she naturally has a lot of ideas about it. Now imagine that you have a topic you love and read about often. Let's say you're interested in politics. One day, you meet someone else who's also into politics, and they start asking for your opinions and talking with you about it. You could probably talk with them all night without stopping because they're engaging you in something you love and have plenty of ideas about. It's the same with women. When you talk to a woman about relationships, you could sit and chat with her all day without feeling bored. Try it yourself. Talk to a woman about relationships. Ask her for her opinions and notice how she will start speaking passionately as if her life depends on it. And if you've watched the How to Attract Women series, you'll know that the quickest way to reach a woman's heart is by having an emotional conversation with her and stirring her feelings. I probably don't need to explain just how much emotion is involved in this topic. One last thing on this subject. Try to keep it as a backup topic. Meaning when you're talking to a girl and the conversation dies down and that awkward silence sets in, start talking about relationships. I can tell you that using this approach, you'll never fall into awkward silence again. Now let's continue with the video, and let me tell you a story. One night, I was at a house party talking about relationships with a group of very attractive girls. I remember thinking each one of them was interesting and attractive in her own unique way. Then one girl said something that really impressed me. We were discussing why some guys struggle to commit to relationships. Most of the girls were talking about how hard it is to get a guy to commit, but this girl had a different view. She said, "I don't want to make a guy commit to me. I just want to be the kind of girl he wants to commit to." I loved her perspective. It really impressed me, and in that moment, I thought to myself, if I had to pick someone here today, it would be her. Then I said it. I said the 7 simple words that made her focus on me for the rest of the night. You know what? I love that you said that. I followed up with, "I could see you as my girlfriend." It wasn't just the words though. It was the way I said them. Kind of serious, kind of playful. Just a casual, flirty comment dropped in the middle of our conversation. But I could tell she loved it because after that, she ignored everyone else and focused entirely on me for the rest of the night. We kept talking about our future relationship. Maybe we were serious. Maybe we were just joking. But we had fun imagining how she'd try to win me over and become my girlfriend. How we'd fall in love. How she'd move in with me way too quickly, but we'd figure it out and make it work. How I'd give her most of the space on my bathroom counter for her makeup just because I care about her that much. How we'd spend Christmas with her family and Thanksgiving with mine and even get married and go on a honeymoon in Greece. We talked for hours painting this whole picture together and really enjoying it. And this style of conversation eventually became a regular thing for me. It's a technique I use often to create fun, interesting, and passionate conversations with women that actually lead somewhere. That technique is called future pacing. Do you remember in this series when I told you that women look for commitment from a man? Future pacing taps into her desire for commitment and links it to you. I actually learned this when I was studying the psychology of marketing. Future pacing is a technique salespeople use to motivate someone to take action by painting a picture of how amazing it will feel once they get what they want. For example, when you go to buy a new car, the salesperson will take you on a test drive so you can feel what it would be like if the car was yours. And if they're really good at selling, they'll ask you questions to learn more about you. Then they'll use what they learned to help you imagine how life would look if you owned this car. Like how your wife would be so happy, how your kids would have all this room in the back seat, how your friends would see you differently, or how powerful you'd feel pressing on the gas and feeling the 300 plus horsepower of the V8 engine pushing you back in your soft leather seat. Good salespeople know that if they give you the emotional feeling of owning the car before you actually buy it, you'll be more likely to say yes and buy it. That's what future pacing means. So how does this work in dating? The general idea is that whatever level of commitment you're at with a woman, you want to future pace her into the next level. This means giving her a feeling of what it would be like before it actually happens. This approach works best with these stages. 1. Getting her to want your approval. 2. Casual dating. 3. Becoming her boyfriend. Here are some examples. When you've just met and are flirting with her, you could say, "I can already tell we're going to get into so much trouble together." When she does something that impresses you, you might say, "I could totally see you as my girlfriend." In a conversation, just out of curiosity and with no pressure, you might ask, "Do you think it's important to live together before marriage? What kind of wedding would you like? Where would your dream honeymoon be?" The idea is to get her to start thinking about doing all these things with you. But please don't fall into the trap of showing her that you want her and giving her full validation. Do it in a playful way and don't do it too often. Please don't fall into this trap. Let me give you more examples to make the idea clearer. Once a girl likes you, start talking about relationships with her. Ask her what she looks for in a boyfriend, what her ideal relationship is like, and tell her what kind of relationship you enjoy and what your ideal girlfriend is like. Tell her how much you love a woman who accepts you the way you are and supports your mission in life. Tell her that you love being able to relax and be yourself with a woman. How you know you found the right person when you can enjoy silence together and not always have to be on and super social. Tell her you love chilling at home in sweatpants, watching horror movies with your girlfriend one night, then dressing up in fancy clothes and going out to dinner the next night. Tell her you love a girl who gets along with your friends and family and adds joy and excitement to your life. Tell her you think she'd be a great wedding date and to keep her plans open for next month. Basically give her the test drive of being in a relationship with you. Allow her to start seeing herself in that role and feeling good about where things are headed with you. Allow her to feel the security and intimacy she craves from a man before she's officially gotten it from you yet. This is the ultimate cure for casual dating frustration and the don't waste my time syndrome. And of course, you only want to do this with a girl you seriously want to be your girlfriend. If not, you're just manipulating her emotions for no reason. By the way, there's something I've always wanted to say but never got the chance. It's about those guys who see any girl and immediately want to attract her and start talking to her. Listen closely. The type of women you attract reflects what you believe you deserve. If you often feel that you're not able to attract the kind of woman you always desired, then you have a strong negative inner belief. You might not realize this, but your true belief is that attractive women are beyond your reach. What's around you is a perfect reflection of the story going on in your head. Therefore, if you don't have the kind of results you desire, it's more than obvious that you don't think you can achieve it. A good way to get out of this is to ask yourself the question, why? Why are you not attracting the kind of women you desire? More often than not, you will come down to a conclusion that you never make any efforts to go to the next level and approach women who are stunningly good looking. You see, it's all about the block you have in your head and nothing else. You can easily get anything you believe in the mind. When you believe it in the mind, the rest becomes very easy. Anyway, let's continue with our video. Finally, once you're dating and you want to take it to the next level, start making plans further out into the future and get her excited about them. Buy concert tickets for next month and build up how fun it's gonna be. Talk about your brother's wedding that's coming up in a few months and invite her as your date. Talk about your world travel bucket list and how you need a cute adventure buddy to come along for the ride. Keep projecting things into the future and making her feel good about what's coming next. By the way, if you have any problems or questions, please write them in the comments so I can know what issues you have and talk about them in the upcoming episodes of the series. This was Kelley Facts, and I'll see you in the next video. I can see your eyes. I feel it in.